Okay, friends. As by this time, I think everybody is aware about this software tool, and you are already aware, perhaps now, that since it was launched in November last year, within few days only, I think 5 days, it got its 1 million subscribers. And now it has crossed the billion users. Everybody is connected to it. In fact, the pressure has been so huge that I think till it was around, say, late January, if you try to log in, means if you are lucky, you can get the page opened, this kind of page. Otherwise, it will show you that, okay, we are very busy till that time, please hear this rap, or we are working towards it, all those kind of positive things which will keep you telling about it. This all has been started, we call them as the GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformers. It's basically a program which has been trained using huge data. For GPT-3, which was based on the version of that, they provided it the data up to 2021. So that was the limitation of that. But very recently, I think last week, they have released GPT-4, and this is really a BAP of its previous versions. The big difference are huge in it, but first of all, the current chat GPT, which is based on GPT-3 or 3.5, is free for everyone to use, but they have made this GPT-4 as the paid one. So for that, you need to go to the upgraded version of GPT Plus, and then you can use it. I think the fee is around $20 a month, and then you can use it. But there is huge improvement in that. The two big improvements are, in the normal GPT which we are using here, it is the text based prompts. But in the new version, we can put any image as well, and then it can analyze it. Like in its example, they tell it that if you take a photograph of your refrigerator, inside the refrigerator, and just upload the image there, it can analyze that what are the contents in your refrigerator, and on the basis of that, it can suggest you that a recipe or what you can cook depending on that there. The another big difference is the length of your prompt. Now, what is a prompt? Prompt is a sort of an instruction or a command which we tell to the software that please do this for me. In the fourth version, I was surprised that it can accept up to 25,000 words, and that is a huge text, 25,000. A normal research article which a journal accepts is around 7 to 8,000 words, which means around 17, 18, 19, 20 pages of text. That is a regular normal research paper of 7,000 to 8,000 words. Imagine 25,000 words. So you can keep on telling and explaining it to you, and then it can work on that. And then there are some other more improvements in that. And they were saying that we may or may not make it open source. At present, they have not made it open source, but the API and other things, they are available to them. So how do we use it? And then there are certain interesting things about it. First of all, a basic difference is that it works on the data which was provided to it for training purpose. So there is a difference between the normal kind. It doesn't work on internet. It doesn't go to World Wide Web as such to fetch certain information from there. And that's why Google was thinking, and people were also thinking, means in fact, initially there were many talks that is Google shaking, because this is going to topple the power of Google being the most powerful search engine. Although something happened and they barred the software which they in a hurry to be competitor of this, they try to show the power, but otherwise the Google Lambda, which was created some time ago, I think 2-3 years ago, it's one of the most powerful conversational agent. They tell it as conversational agent. So Microsoft went ahead with that. Facebook came with another version, something like that. They call it as LLM, the large language models. The power of them is in their syntax. They can write the language in such a way that it appears as a very confident text, and that contributes to the truthfulness in the text or the validity of the text. It appears like as a convincing advisor, a counselor or an expert or a person telling us something, and we tend to believe that. We don't question it because it presents it in such a beautiful way. So that's a good thing, and then that captures it. In technology there is an interesting thing, that why some of the technological innovations they become successful, and why some of the technological innovations, how innovative, how good, how useful they may be, they fail. Like take the example of Google Glass, the kind of specs which we all wear. It was considered to be as one of the most innovative product, because if I am saying towards Amit, I don't need to ask Amit आपका नाम क्या है, और जैसे शोले में वो अमिताभ पूछता है बसंती तेरा नाम क्या है. So because it will see, it will scan and then provide you the information, so that way. But it failed, means 2-3 years then it disappeared from the market, and then they came up with now the version 2nd and so on. The factor was the social acceptance. Somehow it did not click with the masses, whereas a simple device, tit-fit, the tracker or the watch, it keeps checking on our steps, how many days, or checking the BP or the pulse rate, etc. It became a hit because of the social acceptance, immediately clicking with the masses. Same happened with this one. Everybody started talking because they liked it. They found the usefulness of this, and it has shown the applications for everyone in whatever possible area we can think of it. So similarly here it has huge potential for us. Today's our theme is about education of the parents. It is a good tool for every one of us. So for even if you want to go for GPT-4, then Bing, the Microsoft is integrated it with Bing, its search engine, but for that you need to have a Microsoft account. So you create that and then you can access it something from there. Once you log into the platform, if you are logging on any for the first time in a particular machine, it will show you some of the tools, like it is showing you the capabilities and explaining the features of it. There are few things which we need to remember when we use this. Its potential, challenges, and how to use it. So first of all, how to use it. We need to tell. I always use like please something. It's not compulsory to use please, but it is good idea to be humble with the platform. It remembers everything. You can of course delete your chat, but you are deleting it from your own account or your own system. Everything which goes on the servers, it stays there, and they tell that this data will be used for training our software. So if you remember in our Learning 321 group, some people they did some experimentation last month when we presented our topic, that they asked GPT that what is 2 plus 2. So it said 4, but then somebody told it that no, you are wrong. The answer is correct answer is 5. And at that time, it used to say, I'm sorry, because it was so, means it acknowledges its mistake that you are correct, I'm wrong. But then some people, again try to it and it learns from there. So nowadays, it will tell you that I am correct, the right answer is this. Already acknowledging it. Even Sam Altman, jinhone, means who led this team to develop this software, he himself agreed to that it may give biased information, wrong information, which can be misleading or something. So please use your own, means intelligence and due diligence from there. It is not intended to give advice, it says. So okay, let's, if we can stop here. The conversations may be retrieved by our trainers to improve our system, and don't share any sensitive information in your conversations. So this is the dialogue. These are the things, we can use it, and there it depends on our imagination on how we are using it. There are certain good practices on retrieving or seeking some information from the platform. Although you can simply ask, like if I ask a question, what is parenting? It can still give the answer. Parenting is the process of raising, nurturing a child or children from this, that, etc. And it will keep on, telling it. But if you give more accurate information, like if we start, please act like, say, parenting advisor. So now the system will get ready and it will become, in that mode on how to. And then, okay, I have a son to whom I want to explain that marks in exam are completely relevant. Okay. He is feeling stressed. Please advise me what to tell him. So I would offer, firstly, it is important to, in this way, it is now try to give you the idea on one way. The approach is to have conversation. You can remind the exam that just one aspect of his education. Be sure to emphasize that you love and support no matter what his exam marks. Let him know you are proud of him, try his best, and this, that. Okay, this is another good facility of it. If I say, if I simply task it, tell it more, it will continue from there because it remembers that what the conversation is going on. So you can say further, you can say more and something, and it will continue from here. So now it is enlisting it, and then you can always means there. And now if we tell him like I am a parent residing in India, okay, then this is another facility of it, that we can improve we can change the prompt, we can edit the prompt. You simply, that icon, you can click on it, and then I have, okay, you can say here, and on the basis of this, let's see how it will change the answer. And one more thing, for same question, the answer may change. Means the same kind of prompt, it won't give the similar kind of response from here. So you can say it is understandable that he may be feeling stressed. You can begin by discussing what are his goals and wants to achieve this, that, and it will show you those things, so that it changes from there. So here we can say like another thing, if we say like how can I make my kid to come out of comfort zone. So here are some ways: provide opportunities for new experience, encourage risk taking, praise effort, not just results, achievable challenges, be a role model. Remember, it is important to be patient and sportive, like this. And we can ask it like can you design a program on effective parenting, or say for example program on effective education for parents. So effective education for parents, the objectives, the duration, 8 weeks. Now week 1, understanding your child's learning style, effective communication with teachers, create positive learning environment, sport, understanding. Right. So if you want to make a program for training of the parents on that, the thing here is that the more we be specific, the answer will be much better and suitable to what we look for. We need to, and it can be a long big paragraph, it will understand it. Now there is another interesting thing here, which even our national education policy, it is now focusing more on, say, regional languages. Now that's quite interesting. If I say explain parenting in 200 words, so it has means it will explain it. So, so now if I tell it that write it in Hindi, I am simply, so if I tell it write it in Hindi, again it is, you can read it, it is the providing the answer in the language. पेरेंटिंग एक ऐसी प्रक्रिया है जिसमें नवजात शिशु को व्यवस्था तक का बच्चा पालन पोषण किया जाता है। इसमें भोजन, वस्त्र, जरूरी पूरे करने के साथ साथ भावनात्मक सहारा, like that. In that way, it is good that those people who are comfortable in a language, I tried 2-3 languages. Say if I tell it like in Bangla, it is going in Bangla, and yesterday I asked it in to do something for, I was conducting a workshop for some university in Hyderabad, so like in Telugu, if somebody knows, then you can see it translating. So this is an interesting that we can work on it accordingly. the basic feature is here that we can make use of it for various purposes. Means its range, the kind of means dimensions it can cover, lot many. We just need to tell that what do we want. It can create not only these things, but even simple kind of, like I think if you write a code in Python for creating an app for food ordering system. Even it can write the code also, which you can copy and can work on it. Similarly, we can ask it, please design, say, a blue. It design that way, that diagram, but I tested it. It can create ASCII based table format and Venn diagram for something. That I did. It won't be able to draw the diagram per se, but let us say, please a blueprint for 3. I don't know if it will ask understand BHK or not, but let us see. I don't have the ability to provide visual blueprints, but I can provide a roughly outline. A 3 BHK apartment typically consists of this, and like that. So you can see the field in which it works. So that can be.
Can possibly write the test cases also for the given program.
Yes. Oh. Okay.
Use the provided program to write the test cases.
It can create. In fact, it can search. Say, for example, please explain, say, like etymology with examples and citations in APA format, which is one way citation style in research. And then, it will explain it, and then one of the examples, and it will. And if you ask it that please create DOI or references, it will do that. But here is a challenge. Sometimes it may create fake citations. In that case, it has APA style, and it is giving it as a. So you can simply click on it and see that where it takes to you and whether that is correct or not by going to that. So this way. Now. It is taking it from the, it has a huge database from there, it can capture. But remember, when they created it, it was based till 2021. But since we all are providing it, and that is also getting stored into it. So those things, it is capturing it from there. And okay, means I think this is, but in addition to that, those of you, even in fact, you can try it right now also. There is an interesting application which I shared in our Saturday sessions. That's very interesting. God in a box application for WhatsApp that you can install it on your mobile phone and can try. This is also interesting thing. This is called God in a box. Chat with GPT 3.5 and get started. So it will work in your WhatsApp. So if you are a teacher or you are a parent, you want to give some advice to someone, just type your question there, it will create the answer, and then you can share it in your group from there. So this is one aspect of this thing. So okay, there is I think we had certain information in our learning groups. So I think this is okay till here, because further it will depend on our own imagination, that how creative we can be, how exact we can be, and what do we ask the system to guide us, to provide us the answer, or to include into that. There are certain other kind of applications which you may find useful for it. Like there is this website, it is interesting thing to create a website merely in 30 seconds. Create a website in 30 seconds. And this is quite interesting. Say like you can say generate, it will ask get started. First of all, it will, okay, it is asking the GPS location because it will include the Google map in our there. So if we can say allow, so it is finding it where we are. Now it is asking us what type of business we are building. Either we can type the name or from the drop down we can select. Say for example, if we tell it parenting and next. Now it is asking the name of the business. If we are not sure, it has automatically brought some image. If we are not sure, we can seek some suggestions by the software. So parenting solutions, the parenting guru, parenting with passion, it is suggesting you can go with that. And after that it starts color palette, layout, banner, some testimonial it will creating a gallery, a positive testimonial for our site, and a lead capture, a paragraph about the business, and website is ready. It took only this much time. You want to see it? So here the parenting guru, in Delhi, contact address is here. This is Anurag who is giving a testimonial. These are the services, nanny services, parented classes, counseling services, and here you can contact. This is about us and like that. So this site, if you want to customize it, then you may need to go to its paid services and something that you can explore it from there. I hope that you remember this. आप कॉपी ले सकते हो, अदरवाइज आपको डिज़ाइन एस्पेक्ट पता चल गया, यू कैन टेल योर website designer that you can take the hints or cues from there and then can work. This is very good for particularly the young programmers or the students who go into the website designing. It can give them brilliant ideas that how this site can be designed and developed. There is one website, Sir GD Sharma ji को जोधपुर जाना था, and I told him that website. बाद में आने के बाद बोले अरे इतनी बढ़िया website है वो. That is called as roamaround.io. This is a very interesting, okay, it is asking me to sign in with Google. You can use your mobile phone as well for it. Yeah, it is. Okay. It will ask only three things. The name of the city, you don't need to explain. Simply, when I tested it, I typed Tura, which is near Shillong in Meghalaya, Tura. Number of days and the date of your visit. And after that, it will, depending on those days which we type, it creates such a beautiful itinerary for us. It covers all the important places which we can see and go. So if you are planning for your next travel somewhere, you can use this website and it gives you a lot of good ideas which generally, and it acts like a local guide which we use from there. There is an interesting website, I think it started with UK somewhere, then where the people they are getting ticket and how they can challenge that. That is AI based app. It is called as Do Not Pay. So the world's first robot lawyer. And then it is it fights corporations, beat bureaucracy, show anyone at the press of a button. This is another interesting website. If you tell it that, oh, okay, I was going in there and I was flagged and challaned by me, what can I do? And it will tell you the relevant provisions under which you can challenge those things from there.
So it also has the Indian IPC
I have not tried that.
You mentioned how cookies start while
Actually, somebody, I mean, we can see it about that it began.
But one company used the global idea, gave a notice to one of its over thousands of dollars not paid. That notice they got that money. Otherwise,
It gives you that.
मुझे सर आपकी बात याद आती है humans need not apply. Yes. Humans need not apply.
This is another which can be useful for us as a parent, as a teacher, as any kind of role. This is elicit.org. It is AI based research assistant to ask any kind of question. It is something like Wolfram Alpha, that scientific search engine browser, or asking the questions here. So you type the question and then it will give the answer based on, you can see that how the graphic is working. So this is, and then there is a a bouquet of free tools. This is called as tinywow.com. These are the free tools to make education simple, everything simple, and like that. So it has lot of things on offer which can keep on making. So you can see PDF tools, image tools, video tools, AI write, free tools, many 1 million active users, 200 online tools, and these are the list of the most popular tools which can be.
What is the website called?
Tinywow.
I gotta see it. Tiny. Wow. Wow. Thank you.
That is the name of it here.